Another day, another dollar in this beautiful world we call truck driver. Now, here lately, just got off the phone earlier today with a lease driver over at Super Ego. And the conversation came up randomly. He said, "Hey Andrew, man, I got this piece of paper from Super Ego a couple of months back talking about I made $270 something thousand pulling driver in for Super Ego, lease driver." But he said, "Man, I only felt like out of that 270, I only made about 60,000. Yeah, that's how the numbers gonna break down after, truck, no trailer, no escrow, and all the expenses that Super Ego charge. That's about how it breaks down. And of course, one of y'all last night emailed me and showed me a year to date for driver in. Yeah, I was at about 253,000, and I emailed you back and said, "Hey, that's real good for drive-in. That's what you're supposed to make on 100,000 miles for a drive-in." It's been that way, man. It's been that way since Casanova was in the game. So at least 15 years. At least for the last 15 years, $250,000 is supposed to be what one should gross. Well, back then it was on 100,000 miles. Now, on today's times, 150,000 to 200,000 miles, because the average truck driver right now is doing double the work for not as high as pay as they was back in the day. But what I'm thinking is, I mean, you got two drivers grossing $250,000 with a drive-in, and now one of them I know work at Super Ego, lease driver. The other one, I'm not sure what he does, but what I'm thinking on $250,000 is how much of that would I get to keep if it was my operation? Pay 3% of that to factoring, probably pay $50,000 a month flat for fuel, and how much would a trailer cost? Let me run. We're gonna say $800 a month times 12. We'll say $10,000. So 50,000 goes to mud flap. 10,000 go to somebody rent trailer for a year. That's $190,000. Now, of course, you're gonna have to spend probably, like, if you run real hard for a whole year with a cash truck, maybe like 15,000 in maintenance. So we'll say 175 net. Am I missing something? We ain't gonna count IFTA. They gonna, IFTA is where it is. Whatever they get, it's be some chunk change or something. But am I missing something? If you ain't gotta rebuild the engine or put a transmission in, you make it the whole year with a cash truck and a rented drive-in, 3% your own authority. That should be at least, anywhere between, we'll say 150,000 to 175 net, and that's the numbers you guys are presenting in today's time. So that don't sound too bad to me. Now, running 100,000 miles OTR, not a fan of, but what could Andrew do with, all that in cash? Well, I can do a whole lot with that in all cash. I can't do nothing with it on a sheet of paper. I'll let you know that right now. So, like a lot of y'all right now, y'all got a sheet of paper with them big numbers on them. And y'all know, like I know, y'all can't do nothing with that paper. Like he said, he only felt like he kept 60,000 out of that, and then he had to take the 60,000 and live for the whole year with it. But I'm trying to figure out, I'm interested in the big number, the big gross, the 200 plus, because I'm trying to figure out of that, how much will I keep? Because, I don't like to dish out my money back to these carriers and Mr. Charlie and truck payments, and, I don't like doing all that stuff. And that's just with a drive-in. We ain't talking about reefer, a flatbed, a step deck, a pneumatic. We ain't talking about none of that. The thought did cross my mind, I'm like, boy, I can. So when you own a truck, and even though it's sitting and it ain't moved in a couple of years and all that stuff, the ability to be able to go out there and make that kind of money without having to ask anybody, I can just leave today and go start. I'm talking, just go pick up a trailer right now. I get on Repower right now and go get a trailer. And just start moving and grooving. See, I ain't got to call, ask Mr. Charlie. I ain't got to apply for no job. I ain't got to do none of that. That's the situation I like. That's the situation I like. But I don't like OTR. But I like the fact that in today's times, I know how to do that. Everybody know how to run drive-in. That's running drive-in is running drive-in. We all know all these people freight come off DAT load board. So you know where to get the freight, all that DAT load board. Okay, so and I really like to negotiate myself because I feel like I can negotiate a little bit better than some of these Russian carriers. Because I already told y'all, a lot of them, they don't negotiate. They just, whatever the price is on the board, they take. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, hey, truck still grossing $200,000. So I need to ask Lottie Dot. Well, he ain't really a good candidate. I don't got no friends that done stayed with a Russian company for a year where I can ask them for their 1099s. Some of these guys don't even get 1099s because they ain't even got no place to receive mail, so they don't even get 1099s. What I'm trying to put together is, see, I gotta make it make sense. I understand that I don't want to go OTR. Not saying that I won't do it, because when the money coming in, I do a lot of stuff. But I'm trying to figure out, say the oil field was back popping again. Brother went to the oil field on the pneumatic side, you know, doing work in the oil field. When that dries out, slows down, or the well come to an end, I'm trying to figure out right there in that area, where can I drop my pneumatic trailer, get on repower, get a dry van, split, go get some money, and when everything back running, turn the trailer back into repower, come back, pick up my pneumatic, and just keep money going that way. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I just broke it down to you. I already figured it out right there in that sentence. It's exactly what I need to do. You can't do that leased on to a carrier though. You can't do that because, first of all, if you leased on to a carrier in the oil field, you got to pull their decals off, put your decals on, and then when the well start back up, where you gonna get their decals from? Now, of course, you can go get their decals made. I mean, I just get on I get my decals made. I think it's usdotstore.com. I just get on there and just order some, whatever they DOT numbers, they order that crap and put that on the door, and who cares? I won't care. I won't care, but something to think about, man. Something to think about. I feel like with what's going on with Migos and ICE and all that, it just seems like all of a sudden a lot of freight is starting to return, you know, starting to look a little bit better. The oil field's starting to get, I'm hearing, I ain't seeing, because the person I was watching was Hamilton, but he busy doing DoorDash. But after he get done with that foolishness, I feel like he'll be back out there, hopefully on the pneumatic side, and we can visually see what's going on, because I don't know any other YouTubers that's in the oil field. Of course, I'm still keeping my eye on the guy on Instagram. I need to get on TikTok and see what's going on out there. I know a lot of oil field people be on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. Boy, I need to be on TikTok, Rumble, and I need to get down with all this streaming y'all got going on. I'm seeing all these streamers making all this money. I thought about getting me a streaming setup inside my truck and just start streaming me working, baby. Yeah, streaming me working, getting all kinds of money. 24-hour stream, baby. Let's go. Yeah. That may be something I'm interested in now. How much money does it involve? I love passive income. Boy, that passive income, boy. Whoo-wee, I love me some passive income. I need to look into some streaming. And these streamers, I'm hearing they make it too much. They at the BET Awards asking Wale, who is he? Shoot, we know who the streamer is. That's Casanet, but who are you? Wale who? Who is Wale? What do you do, fool? Talking about this is streaming over here. See, I need to join this streaming community, because streamers making so much. They make way more than the rappers. It's to the point where the streamers and they're asking the rappers, "Who are you? Who invited you? What are you doing here? Are you on stage? Because I'm on stage. I'm streaming. I'm on stage with Kevin Hart and Drewski. I didn't see you on stage. Are you performing? Who are you? What song did you sing? I need to get down to streaming. I'm missing out on some money. Anyways, y'all, let me do some research, man, and we gonna come back to y'all. Y'all let me know in the comment section, is there any cash truck? I need to talk, what the cash truck drivers with your own authority, the people that's out there running, just one truck solo operation that's pulling drive-in, what are you guys grossing and how much are you keeping? Get in the comments. It could be reefer too, reefer, flatbed, nothing more, nothing specialized, nothing like that. I'm talking about just general freight haulers, one truck pony. You know, that's all you pay is factoring and fuel, and that's it. That situation. Or maybe you renting a trailer too, that's cool too. Get in the comments, hey Andrew, I gross this, I get to keep this. Lease drivers, don't get in this conversation. Go, Josh just posted a picture of some food. He said, lease drivers still eating. Did y'all see that picture? I said, damn. I feel bad for him, man. Y'all see how dry that food look? Oh, man. Whew, hard on a truck drive. Y'all see how dry that food look? Go look over there at my favorite lease driver. He posted a photo of some ribs. I said, damn, Josh. They doing you like that, huh? Food was so dry. I said, man. I could never, as a cash truck driver, what is that? Refund?